Hello, good morning. I am just getting ready for the day. We woke up probably at like 5 a.m., me and the baby, and then 7 a.m. the kid joined us. So we're just getting done with our morning routines. Well, the kids' morning routines. I haven't had a chance to start my own quite yet. It's 9:30. I should charge this Fitbit because I am trying to get officially 12,000 steps in today because that is what I got in yesterday and that felt pretty good. But I'd also like to challenge myself a little bit. So if I got to 15,000, that's kind of my unofficial goal. I'll count it as a pass if we get to 12,000 today. If I get to 15,000, that might be the new standard that I set for my days because I am slowly starting to get back into working out. I'm very confused about my weight loss. Well, not very confused. Slightly confused because I feel like the reason I weigh what I weigh is because I did lose muscle while I was completely done with strength training, and I don't have plans to strength train currently because I'm just easing myself back into it, but I will do a combination of my walking and strength training at some point. But for the month of March, I'm just trying to get back to a routine in general. So the routine is that I need to get my steps in, and then I also want to do an incline walk on the treadmill. And I'm confused about the weight loss because I weighed myself this morning, and this is day 2 of me getting back into it. Before these 2 days, I had not exercised at all. I was eating so bad. Like, we keep a budget, and our fast food budget, it was a little high last month. We stopped at fast food quite often. Darn, it's convenience, you know? But I'm going to try my best to not eat any fast food this entire month. I think I can do it because we don't have any plans to travel at all. At least I don't think so. I'd have to check my calendar again. But when I do travel, that is when we stop for fast food because everywhere that we have to go, our family lives far enough away that usually we have to stop and eat and feed the children. If it wasn't for the children, then I wouldn't have to, I could just like skip a meal, but I feel bad making kids skip a meal. I also feel bad about giving them fast food. But, you know, it's not every day. Okay, we're done talking about that. I'm confused about the weight loss. Let's stick to my thought here. Confused about it because I weighed myself this morning. I'm 201. That is where I was stuck. The 201 to like 199. I've been trying to get into Wonderland. I've been stuck there for so long. And now I'm barely doing anything and I'm losing weight. Is it really that simple that I just need to chill? I'm also very close to getting my period. So I feel like usually I weigh more around this time. So am I in Wonderland? I don't know. Slightly confused, but again, I think a lot of it is because I'm losing muscle. I'm done getting my face ready. Today we're having a PJ day. Unless we go for a walk, then I should probably get dressed. I think I'll probably put on some of my workout clothes at some point for the treadmill because I don't really want to be on the treadmill in my jammies. So whenever I get to my incline walk, I will get dressed. But for right now, these are my jammies. I bought this when I was pregnant in the men's section, and I just bought it huge. And it was just, sometimes you just need the super oversized, like this is too big for my husband even. You need the super oversized stuff and it just feels so good. Although I feel like at this point it's so oversized it looks pretty sloppy and I don't think I should wear it when I go out of the house. This might just be an indoor situation. Pajama tour as long as we're here. These are my jammy bottoms. They're a similar color. They didn't come together. They have sunflowers on them. Ta-da! I think it looks probably pretty ridiculous all together. I'll show you. But do jammies ever look put together? Not really. Yeah, so these are the jammies. Pose, pose, pose. That's my jammy tour. Coffee must be hitting because suddenly I'm in such a good mood. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm acting like this is the end of the world. It is not. I ran out of protein powder this morning. I only put half a scoop in. So when my kids were finished with their French toast, I just ate their leftovers. So I think calorie-wise, it's going to balance out. But I'm really sad because my protein coffee, it's good still. But the ratio isn't quite right. It's not hitting the same. Although the endorphins, they're here. I don't know what from. I went on such a tangent. I was going to talk about my plans for getting steps in. One of them was a walk, if it's nice out. Another one, I think I'm going to steam mop the floors. And I've been meaning to do a video just on how I take care of my floors in general. One of my most viewed videos is about the Ocedar Spin Mop. And believe it or not, I have stuff to say. I don't know if I have enough for a full video, so I might just throw it into this vlog. Time to get going. So I just finished cleaning up all of the toys. They're in the process of taking them out again, so I think I need to be quick here. So let's go over my floor care routine. So once a week, I do use the spin mop from the video that I was talking about, and I replaced the pad on it. So originally, I'll get the pad that came with it. Originally, the Ocedar Spin Mop comes with this pad, and see how there's a hole in the center? This is the pad that it came with, and I'll use this, but if I really want to get a really good clean, this is the one that I use. It's got a scrubby pad right there, and it's made of the same material as the ProMist. Here's my ProMist. So it has a removable pad that you put right on here, very similar to a Swiffer. You can fill this with whatever cleaner that you want. This is what I use at the end of meals. I don't feel like this gets your floor super, super clean. It's kind of like just going and using a washcloth really quick on the floor. But I don't have to go on my hands and knees and use a washcloth. So I like this for after meals, well, honestly, after spaghetti, I would probably use this one because I need to get it actually really clean. But like after our French toast that we had today, this is what I would use. And I usually fill this with water and vinegar. If you're thinking about buying things for a clean floor, I recommend this if you need to do very small cleaning very often. So I'm thinking if you have kids and you need to clean up after they eat, basically. That's the only time I can really, well, sometimes when I'm cooking, after I'm cooking and I just want to mop the floor super quick where I was really spilling sauce, then I would use this. But if you are wanting to use this to clean your entire home, I say no. This is just for kind of in between times. If you need something to clean your entire home and you're not looking to spend a lot of money, I do recommend the Spin Mop. It takes a little bit of time to fill up the bucket and to go around and mop everything, especially since all of my floors in my house are laminate. I think they're laminate. They're not wood. It's like a fake wood. And I don't know if I said, but I use hot water and vinegar in this also. And every once in a while, I'll pick up like a floor cleaner to check it out. But I feel like any other floor cleaner just leaves a film that I can feel on my feet. I talked about that in my original Spin Mop video, that I feel everything on my feet. And that's why I'm so obsessive about keeping my floors clean, because I feel it in my feet. And I hate wearing socks or shoes. So I like to be barefoot wherever I go. So keeping a clean floor is very important to me. So yeah, this for little messes, this for the big messes, and then once a week I also use my steam mop. So the original reason that I bought this was because my steam mop had broken and I just could not afford to get a new steam mop. Thankfully, my mom for Christmas got me a brand new steam mop because she knows how I am about the floor. So I do have a steam mop now. It is a little bit more labor intensive because you need to keep the machine clean. So I really only do it about once a week. And today is that day. I will show you my steam mop after I put away everything that I took out. Also, every day I vacuum, and every like 4 hours I sweep the floor. I'm kind of, I have kids though, there's stuff everywhere. It's good to keep it clean, especially when they started crawling. I was so concerned about them crawling in dirt on the floor. This is my steam mop. I don't have the pieces all together. It looks like I did forget to take this off the last time that I used it. I need to take better care of it so it doesn't break, but I am doing my best. Sometimes I forget these little things. So this is the Crosswave Hydro System by Bissel. It does come with a cleaner that you put in this, and they say that the only cleaner that you can use is the cleaner that they sell. I use vinegar and water. I don't know if I'm gonna regret that, but I've been doing that for a full year now, and I haven't had any issues. So I'm going to continue to do it. So right here, I always do large area because when I'm taking this out, I'm gonna do a large area. It's just too much work to not do the large area. So you fill it up with water, and then this is how much vinegar that I'm gonna use. Well, I recommend getting a steam mop if you are like me and you feel like you need that extra clean in your floor. It's definitely worth the money. I think a lot of steam mops are very, very good. So just do your research, find one that you like, and go for it. I'm not really sure, because this was a gift, I don't know if this is a more expensive steam mop or if it's an affordable one. Not 100% sure. Attach to the back. And then this is the tank where all the dirty water is going to go in. It has a filter here because it also vacuums things up. And I'll show you when it has stuff in it. But it catches like dirt and hair and all that in there that you can just lift out easily. I'll put that in there. I might have to actually do this on the floor. Okay. And then usually I would put the little brush in there, but I forgot to take it out last time. Plug it in. And then there is a trigger right here to release water. If you just want to vacuum, you could just vacuum and not hold the trigger. I wouldn't say that this is going to replace a vacuum. I feel like the filter isn't good enough for that. So usually I would vacuum before this. I vacuumed last night, so I feel like I'm good enough. And my child, he has this little play vacuum. You've probably heard him tell me, let's get going, let's get to work. Yeah. He's very excited to clean with me. All right, let's go. So right here it has a settings button, and you can do different settings. I don't know, you're probably not gonna be able to hear me once I turn this on, but I can show you the settings. It's like for hard floor, area rugs, steam. I always just use the steam option, so here we go. I just ran out of water and the filter is full. It started making a high-pitched noise. That's how I knew that it was full. And I got almost all the floors all clean. I just need to get underneath the island here where the chairs are and our table where the chairs are. Oh, and the living room. So that's about how much. I couldn't tell you. Like, you just gotta visualize it. Usually I have to fill up at least once when I'm doing my whole house, but not that big a deal. So let's take the tank off and see how dirty this water is. Yeah, you can see it's pretty gross. Let me hold it up to a white wall and then you can really see. Yeah, pretty dirty. And like I said, I'm obsessive about keeping my floors clean, and that's how dirty my floors are. And it was mopped yesterday. Granted, it was mopped by a 3-year-old, but it was mopped yesterday. Done mopping. I'm sweating because I have the heat on, and I absolutely do not need to have the heat on today. But we need to clean all the parts. So I took the tank off. I'm gonna scrub all the pieces in here. I gotta take the brush off, scrub that and the cover. And then I put it on a base and it does a cycle and it cleans it out, and then I have to clean everything again. So the cleaning of the machine is somewhat time consuming. It sounds like a lot. It takes me maybe like 5 minutes. It's just kind of tedious, honestly. So I let this thing catch all of the big pieces, and then I can just throw this in the trash super easily. I put all of the parts back on the back, I have a vinegar water mixture just filled to that little line there. And then this is the base that came with it. Put it on. Once it's on the base, this light lights up. Just press it and it's gonna do a cycle. And now that the cycle is done, I'm gonna rinse off everything, and then all the parts are laid out in my laundry room to dry, and that's it. It doesn't take a lot of time, like I said, but it is really annoying. I am just under 3,000 steps and it is 11:30, whereas yesterday I was at almost like 5,000 steps at this point. I need to get moving a little bit more. I think filming this whole process really slowed me down. Hey, it's lunchtime, so we got chicken nuggets cut up with some extra sharp cheddar cheese, some Great Northern beans, all on lettuce. And I'm going to make my dressing, I don't know. This is what I usually like for my taco salads. I don't like anything super creamy. If I had Greek yogurt, I guess I would add that, and that would be the creamy part, but I do not have Greek yogurt. I opened up my Greek yogurt and it smelled questionable, even though it has like 2 weeks left. So I don't want food poisoning. I don't want to get sick again. I was just sick. I'm due to get another cold because I get a cold once a month. I repeat that quite often because it is so true. So we're putting some lime juice on here. I'm gonna need to buy more of this because I like using it. Lime juice and just some taco seasoning, and that is it. That is all I use for my taco salad. It's more of like a seasoned salad. Is that a thing? Seasoned salad a thing? Okay, we're gonna mix that up, and then I am going to do something somewhat questionable in that, yes, I'm trying to have a healthy lifestyle, but, oh, I'm making a mess. I just cleaned that floor. But I'm also trying to use up the food that we already have and to not waste anything. And I think I'm the only person that would eat these, but I would never eat them alone. I don't know if this is a good idea or not because it's unhealthy. Yes, it is unhealthy. It is, well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's unhealthy. It also, you're like, get to the point. It also might be gross. So we have these chips that came in a variety chip pack, and this is the only chips that nobody in my family will eat. Jalapeno kettle chips. I'm gonna put it on my salad. I think the only way that I would enjoy these chips is either in the salad or with queso. And I don't want to buy more things, and also queso, I get addicted to queso so easily. I love queso. I will eat way too much of it. So I'm gonna try to keep that out of the house if I can. But if I don't like it this way, I might have to buy the queso. I'm gonna crunch it up. I'm gonna throw it on my salad. This might be really gross, or I might become obsessed. If I add a crunch, it's usually tortilla chips. So we'll see what a potato chip does. Okay, let me make sure I get a bite with actual chip here. I want to bite with chicken, with a chip, some lettuce, cheese, and a bean. Okay. I feel like I don't taste anything, but it did add a nice crunch. So that is the lunch for today. The healthiest? No. The most unhealthiest? No. But we're leaning that way. It's a salad. Healthy. It's post-lunch. I am on the treadmill doing my incline walk. We're just starting, which reminds me I gotta turn my watch on actually. I am not even at 4,000 steps yet, and it is like 1 in the afternoon. So I want to stay on here as long as possible, and I'm going to edit yesterday's video on my phone while doing this. Hopefully the time goes by faster then. Really the only thing with this is that I just get bored. Also, it's making a high-pitched noise, and I'm nervous that this thing is about to die because it's very old. I did change my outfit slightly. I'm wearing the same shirt, but look, bike shorts. Yep. I edited a video on the treadmill and I didn't even realize that I was on the treadmill for 50 minutes. I might have to edit on the treadmill every time I have to edit, because one, it gets me to finish editing, and two, it gets me to stay on the treadmill for a long time, because when I start editing, I do get really, really into it, and nothing else around me seems to exist. But starting editing is always difficult for me for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's just, I love editing when I'm in it. I don't love starting it. But also the editing really distracted me from walking. And I was able, like, when I looked at my watch when I finished editing and saw that I was at like 45 minutes, I didn't really believe it. There was a minute I had to pause to help the kid out with something, but other than that, I was on the treadmill the whole time. So now that that's all done, I am at just over 9,000 steps, so I will for sure get to 10,000. My goal originally is 12,000. I would absolutely love to hit 5,000. Do I think I can get 5,000 more steps in with the amount of time that I have left? It's 3:30. I'm kind of winding down the day at 3:30. I got to start dinner here in maybe about half an hour. We're going to have tacos for dinner, which is what I pretty much had for lunch, but that's okay. I love tacos. I will eat tacos all the time. And I feel like I did have a little bit of a taco break while I was sick, so I'm due for another taco. I also think I'm going to make a bowl. I got this this little heat thing. It's kind of like a waffle iron, but to make taco bowls out of tortillas. And it's fun to do that every once in a while. So I think I'm going to do that for me. I've never done it for the kids. Don't know if they would be into it. The baby is definitely too little to figure that out, but the kid might be able to. I'll have to ask him if he wants one. So I have about half an hour of free time. I think I'm going to do some cleaning with that free time because it will get some more steps in, and I do enjoy cleaning. So I'll probably throw on a podcast and just clean. Maybe do a little dusting. Maybe do a little laundry. Exciting stuff in the life of Mallory. I have these... You're probably going to hear Handyman Hal in the background, sorry. It's impossible to cook in peace if I don't have Handyman Hal on. I have this leftover cauliflower rice with chickpeas and corn from the last time that we had tacos. I just put it in this container and froze it because I knew I would want that to add into our tacos next time. And the day has come. I've thawed it, and we're going to add this to the taco meat. I have my taco bowl cooking over there. I decided... For the kids, they're just going to have a plain old tortilla for theirs. It's hard enough to get them to eat without making something new, even though it's the same thing, just cooked a different way. So that is what we're working with right now. I did do some cleaning up. I just cleaned up toys, and then I ran out of time. I literally took half an hour to just clean up toys. And I'm sure all the toys will be taken out by the time dinner starts.